Are you a policy advisor in the Eastern Caribbean that wants more money the next 12 months? Do you want to have more money, less stress? Then this episode is for you, because I am going to tell you the 15 beliefs that will hold you back as a policy advisor and not lead to a higher salary. So if you are interested in that, stay with me in this episode, okay? My name is Rooney Camara, and as you know, every Friday I bring you the Data Analysis and Policy Show, the show where we turn data into analysis, and so that you can create the right policy. So my students, a lot of policy advisors in the Eastern Caribbean, they tell me what are the things that hold me back. What are the things that that hold me back so that I don't have a higher salary, I don't get a promotion? What are the things, the things that do not bring me forward? If you are interested in those things, then during the next 15 minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly that. Why would you want to learn from me or hear from me? I have been working in the Caribbean for the past 23 years with policy advisors, with governments, and I help them create macroeconomic models, do macroeconomic analysis. And during this period, 23 years, many people have asked me, especially my students, what are the things that are holding me back? And I'm going to get to these things right in this episode. So what do I want you to do? I want you to share this episode right now on your Facebook feed. Share this episode. It won't cost you anything, but more people in the Eastern Caribbean, in the Dutch Caribbean, in Curacao, St. Martin will see this episode, and it will be very, very beneficial. Have you done that? Okay. So the first thing that holds people back, and those are broken strategies. 15 broken strategies. Okay. The first one, I will come to work early so that I will get more work done. So people leave their home very early. They want to check in at 8 o'clock, sometimes 7 o'clock, and they believe they're going to get more work done. That is a broken strategy, and I'm going to give you the right strategy at the end. So if you stay with me till the end, I'm going to give you the right strategy. Now, that's a broken strategy. Why is it a broken strategy? Because when you come on early, you will get a lot of distractions. It's not how early you come in. It's not how many hours you work. It is the way you need to work. I'm just giving you a hint here. It's the way you are working. The way you are working, not the number of hours or how early you get in. The second broken strategies that will not help you and lead to a higher salary. I will do my MBA so I can know more and upgrade my knowledge. A lot of policy advisors working on the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Social Affairs, Ministry of Economic Development, they think they're going to do an MBA and that's going to help them during their day-to-day work. An MBA is a Master in Business Administration. It will help you manage a business. It will not teach you more that you need to do. What you need to have is more specialized knowledge about the economy. If you are responsible for the economy, you need knowledge about the economy. You need a system that helps you with data and knowledge about the economy. MBA is a general meeting. It's a general training. It's a good training. It will help you maybe in the private sector. It will not help you get that higher salary because it is too general. Okay? Sorry guys. The third broken strategy the policy advisors keep holding to so that they are not they don't have a higher salary. That is, I will take more work home so I will get my deadlines. I will meet my deadlines. Take more work home. Do you think that's going to help you? I tell my students, Do not do that. You have to work during your 40 hours, because when you take more work home, it will cost you your relationship, because your wife, your husband is going to say, there is no time for me. You earn money, but there is no time for me, no time for the kids, etc. So going to take work home constantly is not going to help you. It's going to get you into more trouble. Okay, that's a broken strategy. Will not help you have a higher salary. Number four, I will have different spreadsheets with all kinds of data, so I have my numbers. So people believe, okay, let me collect all the data, let me collect all the data that I can have with spreadsheets, and that will make me very intelligent, and then that will eventually lead that I am the trusted advisor, and I will get a promotion. More spreadsheets, more data, more different spreadsheets with all kind of unrelated data will not help you, because it will trouble your mind. It will not become very clear. What you need is a system with data, with consistent data. You need to be watching some specific indicators about the economy, and when you focus on those indicators, you focus on understanding that will be that, and that way you will become the trusted advisor. So if you just happen to join, share this episode right now. We're talking about why policy advisors, why they have broken, what kind of broken strategies they have. Policy advisors in the Caribbean. So that's not going to help you. Number five, I will read more so that I will know more. So they believe they want to have all the reports, all the reports that are there on the online, and that will make them smarter, and that's why they will be trusted advisor, and they will get a higher salary. It's not going to help you. If you read all kinds of reports, the internet has so many reports, IMF reports, central banks reports, World Bank reports, so many reports, and that's only going to, you're going to put a lot of data in your mind, and the data is not related. So what you need is, you need to be focused on certain reports, follow those reports, and understand those reports, and relate those reports, international reports, with each other, and that will help you become the trusted advisor. You understand? So the broken strategy: read so many things, that will not help you. Do you have anything else? So you want more money, you want more salary, and you are a policy advisor in the Eastern Caribbean, in Dutch Caribbean. Now, that's another broken strategy. Number 6, I will present as much as graphs as possible in my presentations, so they look cool, so that people believe that I know what I'm saying, I know what I'm talking about. Now, if you present to policymakers, to senior management, to ministers, and you put as much data as possible, as much graphs as possible, that will not impress anybody, because what they want to know is, they want to understand the relationship between those graphs. Like I said again, you need a couple of graphs, a couple of indicators, and that is going to make you the trusted advisor, and when you have that, you will get that promotion. So I tell my students, that is not the good strategy. That's a broken strategy. It's not going to help you. Now, another one. This is a great one. If I work hard, I will get promoted. Now, have you seen some people who don't work hard and they get promoted? And have you seen people who work the hardest and they never get promoted? When you work the hardest, you are going to be tired. You are not going to it's not how much hard you work, it is how effective your work is. There are certain people, they can come in with a policy paper of 4 pages, and they can present that policy paper in a presentation, and they can have more impact. They focus on creating a policy paper of 4 pages, while the other people are working, producing a report, and not finishing that report. So when it is not how hard you work, but how smart you work and the tools that you are using. And I'm going to tell you about one of the tools, the best tool that I have that can help you get a higher salary. Get a higher salary, get a promotion. Number 7, that's not a that's not a good one. So we're going to number 8. The 8th broken strategy that policy advisors in the Eastern Caribbean use so that they are not getting a higher salary. The more hours I take to write the report, the better it will be. Look at that. They take like 3 weeks or like 4 weeks or like a whole week to write a report. Let me just tell you one example. While those people are taking so much time to write a report that never finishes, the report might be 40 pages, etc. I teach my students to write policy reports of only 4 pages. Introduction, analysis, policy measures. Introduction, analysis, policy measures. You understand? So it doesn't mean that the more reports you write, the larger the reports, the bigger reports, that you're going to become the trusted advisor and become the trusted advisor that has a higher salary. That's a broken strategy. Okay, I'm going to the next one. The next broken strategy and broken belief. This is more a broken belief, a way of thinking. A way of thinking of the most people that never get a higher salary, never get a promotion. Okay, there is a lack of data for small islands, so no point making an analysis. So every time they are asked about something, there is a lack of data. There's a lack of data. That's the standard answer. There's a lack of data, so I cannot understand that. That's a broken strategy. There is not a lack of data. When you know what kind of data you are looking for and what data you need to focus, then you're going to be able to produce all the relevant indicators for your island economy in the Eastern Caribbean. You understand? I know that because I have done that for all the 8 islands of the Eastern Caribbean. St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, Anguilla, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, all those islands, I have the relevant data, and I'm going to tell you exactly what is, at the end of this presentation, of this episode, I'm going to tell you exactly what is the right strategy, what strategy is not broken, the one strategy that's going to help you. So then another broken strategy why people never get promoted, policy advisors never get promoted, they keep at the same pace, is there are the belief there are too many things happening in the economy, so no point trying to understand it. They talk about many things in the economy, and so they believe it's no sense to try to understand the economy. That's not a good strategy. The opposite is true. When you focus on certain indicators in the economy and you focus on those patterns in the economy, the things that matter, what is going to happen is that you are going to understand the economy and you are going to be the trusted advisor for policymakers, for a department head. And once you have those indicators, you know what you're talking about, they are going to give you that promotion and the higher salary. Okay? Now, another one, misconception. This is a really critical one, guys. This one is like a broken belief. The belief is this: you have to wait for your boss to give you a request to start working on something. I mean, that is like backwards, because you don't have to wait for your boss. When you are the policy advisor, you really need to do what you think is the most important. You are scanning the economy and you are focusing on the economy, and you create that 4-page policy report without asking. Why is that? Because then when you are talking with your head of the department, with a policy maker, you can just name that policy report, and once you name that policy report, you are going to, maybe your boss is going to say, oh, I want that, and then you're going to say, hey, it takes maybe 3 days to produce, while you already have it. So you create your policy reports, you create your policy notes without anybody asking you, because you believe it's going to happen. Just give you an example and give you an example. On Curacao right now, the refinery is going to close. Curacao, where I live, the refinery is going to close, maybe. Do you think I would wait for my policy makers, etc., to create a policy note about what are the effects if that refinery closes? Do you think I would wait to show them, okay, what are the effects on the revenues? What are the effects on the balance of payments? I would not wait, because if that is in the newspapers, everybody is talking about that, you know already they're going to ask that. You see, so broken strategy, wait till they ask something, till somebody from above ask something, ask you to request, because then you're going to be backwards working. You're going to have a deadline, stress, take everything home, etc., etc., look for data, etc. You're not going to have the time, because then somebody outside your department will determine, okay, I need this by tomorrow. You see, before they ask, you really need to work on that, produce right away. I'm going to tell you at the end how to do that. So another broken, I think two more, I will give you two more. The more data you have, the better you understand the economy. Therefore, when you have a lot of data, more data, you will understand. That's not true. That's not true. There are only specific indicators that you need to look at for any economy in the Eastern Caribbean. Any economy. There are specific, listen to what I say, there are specific number of indicators you need to look at. Once you have those, you are able to calculate all the other relevant indicators. So not collecting data for collecting data for collecting data and never analyzing them, but a strategy. So another broken strategy. These are the broken strategies, broken beliefs, broken misconceptions of policy advisors, that they think if they do this, they're going to have a higher salary, get a promotion. Now, the ones who work the hardest are going to get promoted. This is really, I'm laughing, because have you ever seen people who not working the hardest but they get promoted? Do you wonder why? I'm going to tell you why. They work the smartest, they have the best tools, they have the best framework. So it's not the ones who work the hardest that work the hardest, if you are working right now in the Eastern Caribbean and Dutch Caribbean, you are a policy advisor and you are putting like more than 8 hours, you are putting 10 hours, you're taking your work home, you are ruining your relationship, you are stressed all the time. That's the broken strategy. You have to learn to work on a smart way, use smart tools, and I'm going just about to tell you what that smart tool is. And then I think that this is the last one. You never have enough time to make the deadline. So that's a broken belief. You never have enough deadline, enough time to make the deadline. Do you know what it means? That means that you are, once you get a deadline, that you're thinking like, I never have enough time. When you are using the right tools, the right strategy, the right framework, you have plenty of time. You have plenty of time, because while other people are running to looking for data, you already have your data. While other people are looking to make graphs, you already have your graphs. While other people are looking, waiting for the data to come from the Ministry of Finance, from the statistical office, from the central bank, from anything, you already have that because you have a framework. You understand? So your time will be focused on the analysis. You are doing analysis and you are producing policy papers, short policies papers all the time, and there is no deadline because you already have produced all that information. Now, do you want me to tell you what the one thing is that you really need, and do you want to learn more about that? Do you really want to know what the one thing is that you need? Okay, I'm going to close with that. Listen, the one thing you need, the one system and thing you need to focus on so that you can get a higher salary, get a higher paycheck, get promoted, the one thing you need if you are a policy advisor, forget all those broken beliefs, the one thing you need is macroeconomic analysis. You need an economic model. You need an economic model. You need to do economic modeling. Economic modeling will help you. And then let me show you why just quickly. Come work earlier so that I will get more work done. No, your economic model will help you. You have to just come in at 9 o'clock, leave at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock on Friday, because your economic modeling has, doing economic modeling, you already have all the data, you have the simulations, you have all the graphs in there. I will do an MBA so I can learn. That's the right way, because when you have the economic models, when you're doing economic modeling, you're focusing on that, you are getting specific analysis about the economy, not general information. I will take more work home. You don't have to take work home, because you're doing economic modeling during 9 to 5. From 9 to 5, you're doing economic modeling. You're analyzing the economy like the model of the economy. Okay? A lot of people don't have this. When you have this, you will see that promotion. I will have different spreadsheets. No different spreadsheet. You have your economic model. In that economic model, it takes data from the database, which is another spreadsheet, and then you have a dashboard with all the key indicators, and all those three things, they are related. So not a lot of spreadsheets, but the key is 3 spreadsheets together. One spreadsheet with 3 tabs. You see? Easy. I will read more. I will know more. Reading more won't help you, because you need to read specific things. The economic modeling, when you are doing economic modeling, you will know the real sector, financial sector, the household sector, the monetary sector. You read only about those things. When you read about those things, you will become the expert of those things. So don't read everything. So that's why the economic model will help you. I will read more. No, I will present as much graphs as possible. No, there are specific graphs of the economy, specific graphs in the real sector, monetary sector, external sector, labor sector, tourism sector. Those specific graphs is what you need to focus on and understand that. I will work hard and I will get promoted. No, economic model will do the most of the crunching for you. When you're doing economic modeling, that means that that framework will help you do the more of the things. It will help you analyze the economy. The more hours I take to write the report, the better. No, when you're doing economic modeling, that means that your time will be in an analysis of the information, analysis of the pattern, analysis, what if simulations. You understand? Not doing more hours writing. You can write reports of 4 pages. It's better to have 4 reports of 4 pages, 4 policy notes of 4 pages, than one big policy paper of 16 pages. You understand? Because you have the minister once and the head of the department, they don't have time to read a large report. So economic analysis, economic modeling will help you do that. I need to have there is a lack of data for small islands. When you're doing economic modeling, you will see that there are only 54 variables that you need to know. Those variables that you focus on. Too many things happening in the economy, so no point trying to understand it. No, that's the whole point. When you're doing economic modeling, the goal is to understand the economy. The goal is to put the things that affect each other in a framework and analyze them. What if this happens, that happens? You understand? So while all these people are thinking like, hey, this is very difficult, when you're doing economic modeling, you are doing something specific. You have to wait for your boss to give you. When you're doing economic modeling, you will start analyzing the economy, and you are constantly getting new insights of what is happening. Hey, is this balance of payments deficit? Is it too high? Hey, this budget deficit, if it increases, what will happen there? You understand? So when you are doing that, you don't have to wait. You will get inspiration all the time based on the data. You will create analysis, and you will write policy notes like regularly. So when people come to you, boom, you have your policy. That's how you go from policy advisor to the trusted advisor, and the trusted advisor has a higher salary. The more data you have, the better. We already said that it's not the number of data. You need 54 variables, and those 54 variables will help you create more than 200 variables, all the variables that you need. You see, the ones who work the hardest are going to get promoted. No, when you work the smartest with your economic modeling, when you're doing economic modeling, you are working smarter at a higher level. The other people are running around like chicken. They are running around trying to find data, and you have all the data, and you are at a higher level. You see, there's never enough time to make the deadline. When you're doing economic modeling, you have plenty of time because you have a system that works for you. You have a procedure, you have a way of doing that. Now, if you want to know more about economic modeling, if you want to know more about the economic models that I have for the Eastern Caribbean and the Dutch Caribbean, so all the 8 islands of the Eastern Caribbean and the 2 islands of the Dutch Caribbean, Curacao and St. Martin. And if you are on another island, please also contact me. But if you want to know more, then keep pending, because I am creating something great, a wonderful experience about economic modeling, a wonderful experience for the Eastern Caribbean islands and the Dutch Caribbean islands. And that experience is going to be for certain people, only the people who want a higher salary, who want that promotion in the next 12 months. So why would you want to onboard in my community? Is because when the doors open of that program, then you are going to be invited. You are going to be invited only for selected people. You see, how do you get into my community for free? By clicking, if you are on Facebook right now, by clicking on the chat message of Facebook. When you click on the chat message, my assistant Anna is going to onboard you by asking you a couple of questions. We want people who have a special characteristics in our community. When you answer those questions, she's going to onboard you in my community. It is still free. It is free. And like I said, I'm going on a journey with only certain people that really certain policy advisors in the Eastern Caribbean that want to have a higher salary, want to be seen as that trusted advisor, and want to go home earlier so that they can enjoy their lives with their family. They are not stressed, they are not looking for data, they are not missing the deadlines, they are not understanding the economy, but they are the ones, they are the chosen ones. So if you want, please click on that message box. If you are not on Facebook but you are on YouTube and you are on LinkedIn, then just click on that browser and go to m.me/policy in paradise, and then once you click that, you will get to my chat assistant, and she will onboard you. So if you have any questions regarding what I said, if you have any questions regarding those beliefs, those are only the 15 beliefs that I have right now, but I have much more mistakes, etc. that people, and I will be talking more, I will be focusing more about these beliefs, the challenges, the broken strategies that people, policy advisors have, that doesn't help them lead to a higher salary. And I'm focusing on the Eastern Caribbean and the Dutch Caribbean right now, on small island economies, policy advisors on small island economies, working with the economy. And if you are on one of the islands, if you are not on the Eastern Caribbean, then also contact me. But right now we are focusing on the Eastern Caribbean, because we have something beautiful. We are working on something beautiful for the Eastern Caribbean. So that's it for this Friday. Did you like it? If you liked it, share it. If you like it, just share it. If you want to see more, to know more, anything, click that chat box, message box, and then get on board it. See you next time. Bye.